Hi everyone, I'm Riccardo Rizzo and I'm currently in Alabama. I came all the way from Italy. Italy is a peninsula in Europe located in the heart of the Mediterranean Sea. Italy covers an area of 301,340 square kilometers and has around 61 million inhabitants. The language spoken is the Italian and the capital is Rome. Rome is located in the central western portion of Italy and is famous for the Vatican City, which is the smallest country in the world. It is an independent country inside Rome, where the Pope lives. Rome is also famous for the Trevi Fountain, St. Peter's Square, and top of all, for the Colosseum. Now, before talking about my life and all the other big cities in Italy, I would like to introduce you to some differences between my country and America that could be useful to you all. Starting from the currency, the American is the dollar, while the Italian is the euro. And did you know that $1 is a paper bill and 1 and 2 euros are coins? This is the currently changing value. Talking about taxes, in America are in addition to the price, instead in Italy are already included. What about the temperature? In America the temperature is measured in degrees Fahrenheit, whereas in Italy is measured in degrees Celsius. And if you weigh 159 pounds, don't think that you lost weight just because in an Italian scale, instead of 159 you will see 72. It's just because 159 pounds are 72 kilograms, which is the measure we use for our weights. Same thing for the height. While in America are used feet and inches, in Italy are used meters and centimeters. And if you're driving an Italian car, you have to know that the speed is written in kilometers per hour and not miles per hour. One more thing you have to know is that time and date in Italy are written in a different way. In Italy we count the hours of a day from 1 to 24, which means that 14:30 stands for 2:30 p.m. And if you're reading 1710 as the 17th month and day 10, well, of course Italy doesn't have 17 months, so you're reading it wrong. In Italy we write down first the day and then the month, so 1710 would be the 17th of October, which, yes, is my birthday. But now let's take a step back and talk a little bit about me. I was born the 17th of October in Sicily, beautiful island in the south of Italy. As an island, Sicily is surrounded by the sea, and of course, lovely beaches and amazing sunsets are not missing. Sicily is also famous for these big boats that fish swordfish, and I can tell you all the swordfish ride is so good. Always talking about food, Sicily is the motherland of cannolis and water ice. Anyway, since I was young, I always loved to travel, and at the age of 5 years old, I left my family and moved to Milan with my mother. Milan is a metropolitan city in the north of Italy, with more than 1.3 million inhabitants. People from all the world come to Milan for seeing the massive cathedral, where every Christmas this huge Christmas tree is put. For all these skyscrapers, and for these new huge buildings called vertical forests, famous for having more than 2,000 plants. Moreover, in 2015, Milan hosted the World Expo regarding science for food safety, security and quality, and the theme was Feeding the Planet, Energy for Life. And last but not least, Milan hosts the biggest soccer stadium in all Italy. As I said, I moved to Milan when I was 5. So I grew up there and started practicing soccer. For years and years. And still today. Now, let's go back to Italy, and if when thinking about Italy you think about good food, well, then you're not wrong at all. But Italy is not just food. Italy has everything you can think about, from the snow to the sea. From mountains for skiing to mountains of sand, from volcanic islands with active volcanoes to dormant volcanoes, hot waters and thermal mods, and from leaning towers such as the Pisa Tower to pylons, from canals instead of streets to boats instead of cars, and the floating piers built by an American artist on the Iseo Lake. Pretty landscapes, and a lot more places to explore. Italy is also known for motorcycle and top of all for famous cars, such as Ferraris and Lamborghinis. And now that you know everything about my country, I'm sure you'll want to know why did I decide to make an exchange program of 1 year in America. Well, as I said, I always loved traveling, visit new places, and make new friends all over the world. And after 3 exchange program of no more than 3 weeks, I finally convinced myself to go in the USA for 1 year. These are some of the other Italian exchange students that, like me, are currently in America. Nowadays, I've been in the USA for less than 3 months. I met my new family, went to my first football game, went to my first NBA game, took a picture with the mascot, appeared in my school newspapers, celebrated my birthday, went to the beach, made several trips with ETC, my American organization, and recently returned from the San Francisco trip. These are some of the pictures of my first 2 months in America. I suggest everyone have this lifetime experience and not waste the opportunity to see what's around us. Hello everyone, my name is Riccardo Lizzo and I'm an exchange student from Italy. I'm 17 years old and what I'm going to show you is a presentation about my home country and all the differences between Italy and America. I hope you will enjoy the video.